Okay, so who's up for some redundancy? Matt,
Yep.
are you game?
Hey, why not?
I grew tired of redundancy.
Okay,
Bullshit.
well, too
I
bad.
play Dynasty Warriors. So I'm
Dynasty Warriors is a good type of redundancy.
That
It's
it is.
actually fun.
That it is, Elliot. That it is.
Whoa, simmer down there, guys. We don't want to leave a negative impression in the first few seconds.
Oh,
of
we're
this
not doing
playthrough.
Kingdom Hearts 2?
No, we're not doing Kingdom Hearts. No, we're not doing Kingdom Hearts 2. We're
Yeah.
doing the sequel to Kingdom Hearts 1. That was initially a Game Boy Advance title, which means you had to shell out. How much did a GBA cost back then?
I don't fucking remember.
I forgot. I still have
I
it.
want to say
That's not on
100.
my SP2, yeah.
I want to say 150 when it first came out. So, assuming that you loved Kingdom Hearts 1 on the PS2, I hoped you had a Game Boy Advance as well, because this is where the story continues. You need to play this game to make some sort of sense out of Kingdom Hearts 2.
Actually, no, you really don't.
Well, if you want to explain for yourself right now, because we got a recap here, it's about 3 minutes long.
Well,
Did you just take us to Kingdom Hearts 1?
No, we did not.
all you do is slay anime character. All you do is slay people from the local Bishonen anime.
This 3 to 4 minute cinematic pretty much recaps the entire events of the first game, which also kind of spoils this game
First
in
one.
itself.
Well,
because-
here's the thing, though, and this is something that they probably realized, because they realized by this point that Kingdom Hearts' story became an absolute clutter. So now it's like, okay, you know what? We're going to include this in every one of them, especially for the HD re-releases. This way they don't get lost and confused over the story we're trying to tell. Because, kid takes giant key and whacks evil dark monsters. Couldn't be simple. Couldn't be harder if you tried.
See, like, we made the mistake of doing the first Kingdom Hearts game on the original PS2 when this got announced.
one of our biggest regrets.
Yes,
So-
because Elliot, I know you were there with us, but the audience cannot be. The audience couldn't understand exactly how pissed me and Johnny both were or Johnny and myself both were when we heard that news. Right around like the last part, Kingdom Hearts 1.5 will be coming to North America.
And its final mix! For fuck's sake! You couldn't ask for worse timing.
I think our next
Sure, I
mistake.
could.
I think our next mistake will be playing this.
No, I
on
know
the
the worst
PS2
timing
on
than
the
that, Johnny.
PS3. I think this will be our next mistake.
What? Well, we are playing Reach Out of Memories.
We're
via-
playing Reach Out of
So
Memories.
that's a mistake in and of itself.
Yeah.
Fuck.
We are playing.
If we were to play the GBA version, that would be fine. But no, we gotta play the dumbed down Kingdom Hearts 1.
Well,
they're both the dumbed down Kingdom
They're
Hearts
both
1.
the dumbed down versions of Kingdom Hearts 1 when push comes to shove. But with that said, yes, we are playing Reach Out of Memories via the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD remix on the PS3. So we got 720p bitches of a PlayStation 2 game.
720p for card games.
Damn right.
Wait for our Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's play. You're gonna be able to smell those monsters.
We're gonna play Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds.
I would hope so. I like 5Ds here.
Yeah, there's one on the PS3.
Oh yeah, Decade Duels. I heard there was some lag on that.
This card game is lacking a serious amount of Ds.
That's the D we're looking for.
And this is where the Game Boy Advance version actually starts off with these the cinematic here, which kicks off right where Kingdom Hearts 1 left off.
I actually gotta say, on the GBA version, it was actually pretty well done for
I
it.
was
I was impressed at how
was-
much horsepower they were able to put on the GBA, even though it was like one or two scenes. Like
Yeah.
even though there was no voice acting, and I don't even remember sound too much on it. Considering that they wanted to jam pack something like this on the GBA, that was rather impressive.
On the GPA, on its grade point
Yeah,
average.
what is the
Yeah,
grade
it's
point
4.0.
average? Yeah, it's like 4.0. Yeah, I consider be impressed.
Yeah, I got a 3.6 on it.
Yeah, but the Game Boy Advance version did have cinematics for, I think it was the beginning and ending of the game. And, so what we're seeing here is pretty much a touched up version of that cutscene.
How did Sora ever end up in this world after the whole light and dark fiasco?
Who knows, who cares?
The Void.
Said Nomura.
Void.
The Void. God.
Enough said. Whenever we
You know what? That should have been it. The next time they do an Organization 13 concept, it should be the 13 Final Fantasy villains. Fuck it. Make that shit work.
Why do I have a feeling that Troy Baker's gonna make an appearance in this?
Troy Baker's and everything.
That's what we're saying. He was Snow in Final Fantasy 13, so why not fuck it, bring him in Kingdom Hearts?
He was Snow in 13. He was Kanji Tatsumi in my favorite role of him for Persona 4.
Wasn't he?
And he was
Yeah,
in
he
my
was
bedroom
Kanji.
last night.
What the fuck? Not only that, he was Joel with The Last of Us, Joker.
Hey, the guy's got range and he's got talent.
Yeah. Even though he doesn't look that big.
He kind of reminds me of Mitch Hedberg.
Like he's like a scrawny guy, but with that kind of voice.
I know, he reminds me of Mitch Hedberg.
Who?
Oh, Elliot! Anyway, when Elliot's not making us lose hair anymore.
You already are.
Talking
So.
about a transitional fail. This place came out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, I know, right? We found ourselves from a grassy wayside to this.
No, this came out. No, this came out of Nomura's ass. That's where it came
Oh, I
out.
was like, where did this come from? I was right behind me the entire time.
How did I miss that silly castle?
It's kind of a big fucking thing to miss.
What are you guys talking about? Oh, charades?
Yeah, do you like? Yeah. Speaking of which, do you guys like charades? Because we're going to be getting a lot of that in this game, ladies and gentlemen.
Then again, it's a Square RPG, so
No, it's not a matter
No,
of
it's
just
not-
being a
it's
Square
not
RPG.
actually that.
This game, despite it being revamped from the Game Boy Advance, the production values are nowhere near the first game.
Not only that, when it came to the HD re-release, at some point you may have noticed it in 1.5 yourselves that the new information wasn't English dubbed. So what we had were basically words to go on.
Yeah, we had a lot of lip lock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
too.
But there was also a huge problem with that, considering that there were words under that, and then the guy's mouths were still moving.
Yeah, and there's also a lot of repeated body movements too. It's like SA1 without actually being SA1.
Or Resident Evil.
Yeah, but I think we'll get the worst of it once we start getting to Organization 13 members. But yeah, but like Rechain of Memories, when it was brought over to North American shores, wasn't dubbed properly, so you might see Sora's lips moving to the Japanese dialogue. It's no longer there.
but aren't all the voices in
No,
parts where there's voice acting part of the Japanese dub? Well, no.
Well, no, because
I should say.
in Kingdom Hearts 1 for the PlayStation 2, when it was brought to North America, they remodeled the lips to move with the English dialogue.
Yeah.
Not in this game. Sora's lips are moving to the Japanese dialogue.
Huh.
So we had, it's English dub via, like classic.
basically like the first. Basically, Elliot, if you can ever remember some of the very first anime dubs we got here in America, think of it like those first attempts.
Pretty much.
Who the hell are you?
Also, Sora's balls dropped.
Oh, yeah.
Between the first game and this game, because Reach Memories was recorded after 2 was already out.
Well, yeah, they can't go back
Well,
in
yeah,
time to
that's
just get
that and Haley
they can't-
Joel Osment grew up too. So
Yeah.
They can't get him back in time to get young Haley Joel Osment to do the voice of Sora for Rechain of Memories.
Nomura will find a way.
no, just kick him in the balls.
No, they'll put helium in his balls.
Oh, so kicking.
Yeah, leave him in his balls. That was
Yeah,
just
just
good.
kicking the balls. Balls drop, kick him right back up there.
That's not Sora.
Hi, honey.
Hello.
I'm home.
That's it. Who are you?
Quite the antagonistic streak, ain't we?
Veni Vidi Vici.
By the way, Donald's usefulness after Kingdom Hearts 1 goes right down the fucking tubes.
This actually, I think, is his worst.
Donald's usefulness goes right down the tubes.
Does that at least get better in 2 at least?
Moderately.
Moderately off top of my head.
The only reason I would say moderately is because you can at least give them 2 lucky setups and then have a boost to your luck. That's it.
Yeah. So, it's pretty much the same way it was in Kingdom Hearts 1. If he wasn't a heel bitch.
Foot in this castle.
It's like a moving beak.
Spell and every ability you ever knew.
That's horseshit! How do I use the toilet? Oh no!
And to lose is
They forget bodily functions.
Pretty much, they lost all their abilities.
There's something warm behind me in my pants.
And Goofy also lost the ability to challenge piss.
Here you will meet people that you have known in the past. And you will meet people you miss.
That would be called having a reunion or just going to their places.
Or a fucking, scrapbook.
Yeah. The conceptual name of this game was Deja Vu.
Or rather, Deja Vu.
Not again.
I'm not sure if he just violated him.
Aren't I just magnificent how I dance like that, Sora?
What'd you do?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I knew
Oh, I teleported you, dipshit.
I made this.
Trading cards! Collect the whole set!
Those you hold dear.
How long did those last?
They didn't even come out here.
Well, what are they made of?
What's this? A card?
Like,
No.
It is a brochure to the reunion you see.
like there
Are
were
they going to be used?
It's a brochure to Castle Oblivion.
like they actually made Kingdom Hearts cards.
Come for the halibut, stay for the veal.
To lose and claim anew. Or to claim anew only to lose.
And there's no more philosophizing.
Oh, this is gonna be one of
That's all.
those games, isn't it?
Yeah. And it looks like we got ourselves in another set of wacky hijinks. Why don't we just go back out the castle?
Yeah, the door's still quite obviously there. But by the power of cutscene, we are compelled to go to the door already.
Because Sora doesn't understand the point of, breaking and entering.
We don't even know who lives in the castle, so yeah. For all they know, they'll think we're just robbers.
Pretty much. That'd be some shit. So now we get our tutorial of world cards. Press X in front of the door. There you go. Well, actually, that's really me just sort of lowballing it. Basically, Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories operates in a sense of you'll get like a set amount of world map cards, and every time you go in front of a door, you could do any one of those worlds. Because, as Johnny said, they're essentially retellings of Kingdom Hearts 1, you don't have to worry about the order they go in.
No, you really don't. Rechain of Memories as a whole.
So basically, Rechain of Memories took that whole, what was that place called again? You remember in Kingdom Hearts 1, where you pretty much went into like the Nexus world?
To get your weapon and stuff like
No,
that?
like you went into like these little warps and they took you into little arenas based off the world you went into?
Yeah.
The Chamber of Nexus or something like that?
Yeah,
I forget
Nomura
the
took
name
that
of
and ran with it.
Pretty
Like,
much,
why don't we make
essentially.
a game about that? Why don't we make a game about a boy who travels to different worlds and meets new people and goes on adventures? You mean Kingdom Hearts 1? That's silly.
And now you fight.
Ooh, battle transitions. Oh boy. Do I really want to waste my time going into this battle system?
Yes.
Yeah, we have to.
Okay. So, it may look similar to how the combat in Kingdom Hearts 1 was, and for the most part it is in terms of how Sora moves. Thing is, though, you now attack via cards.
Right.
The numbers on the card pretty much indicate the strength of the card. So, every time either you or the enemy attacks, you're actually clashing cards against each other.
Like Yu-Gi-Oh!
The card with the higher number will win that clash, except for a zero card. A zero card can break anything.
But
Very
if you use a zero card too early, a higher number can beat that zero card.
Exactly.
So basically, zeros are kind of like Stratego spies, if you will. In other words, zeros are your only way you could break slates. In other words, if an enemy uses a slate against you, you have to use a higher slate.
Yeah, a slate is a combo of cards.
Right. Johnny will undoubtedly show those off later. But what I was saying, though, is that zeros will break any card the enemy plays, including slates, if they go second.
Yes.
If you don't, if you play it first, then they end up breaking.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, zeros are also the most expensive.
Yeah, you construct. You're able to like pause the game, and construct your deck, and your deck is gathered. It's constructed by card points, CP.
Yeah.
And you only have a certain amount of CP in the beginning. You gain more CP by leveling up. And zero cards, you end up taking the most CP because of what they can do.
Now, if you use cards in a slate, the first card you use in the slate can't be reloaded.
Yes.
Unless you use something, a special item like a high potion,
stuff
mega,
like that.
or elixir.
So generally, the one thing I like to do is, because, we're jumping the gun here a bit, but only by like 2 minutes.
Whenever you level up,
Sora is pretty much alone when it comes to battling. You can utilize Donald and Goofy when they appear via cards. For slates, I usually like to use Donald and Goofy as the first card for the slate because I'm not getting them back anyway.
Right.
And,
well, that works for the most part, except sometimes you can't really use them if cards require a specific kind of slate. There are slates that don't require a specific set of cards, and there are cards that do.
Yeah. Like you have to, like,
later.
in order to use certain slates, the total sum of the cards have to reach a specific number.
And they gotta be a certain type. Like you can't use, like, some of them will require 3 attack cards, some will require 3 magic cards.
Yes.
Some will require unique combinations.
Some of them would have to require trap cards as well.
Fuck.
Well, let's not go into battle speeds here.
I mean, if you want to make a fusion of them, you need three.
You need 2 materials of polymerization.
The required material monster
Well,
cards.
not always. You can get around
5-headed
that
dragon. You need 5 dragon types.
So many Yu-Gi-Oh tangents are we gonna break into?
Oh, as much as we can.
Damn right. Hell, as soon as I can.
Oh no, I don't care.
It's Yu-Gi-Oh! This is what this is. This is fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! With, Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
And it sounds like we should like it, but
We don't. Well, for the most part.
Well, I don't hate the.
It's not-
I
it's
don't
not-
know if I hate the game.
It's not like this game is like you can like hate the game. It's just Kingdom Hearts 1. It just like if you just go into this right after being Kingdom
Here's
Hearts 1,
only
it's just
thing-
gonna be tiring.